Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Alyssa. So I filmed a video a couple days ago, the same video about social media and how toxic and exhausting it is. But I feel like I was just a little bit too emotional about it. I wasn't like fully forming like coherent thoughts. Like I had the base there, but then I just started getting really emotional about it and more angry than I was like talking about something that I think is really important. And I just want to preface this by saying, like, I am someone who has always wanted to like make a career off of social media, but was too scared for the longest time. And I've been on YouTube for about a year now. And I still like, I'm very passionate about YouTube, and I hope to make it a career one day. But there's just some things that I've been noticing, and maybe it's because I'm getting older and I'm 25 now, so I think my brain's fully developed, and maybe I'm just coming to my senses and realizing like the reality of this day and age and social media. But I just kind of wanted to talk about lately, the weight of social media has just been so heavy on my shoulders, and it does suck as someone like who does want to make a career out of social media. But I've decided that maybe I just want to make my own way in social media. Like, I don't want to follow these toxic like trends right now in social media. I would like to be different than this, and I could feel myself slowly start to become this. I feel like everything that I see from my favorite influencers that I personally like to follow is just all branded content. And I totally understand that they have to make a living. A lot of the way that they get paid is by doing brand deals and collaborations. But at the end of the day, I feel like the point of being like an influencer was to be a trusted resource for your audience, for people to go to for honest opinions on things like skincare and makeup lines and clothing items and stuff that you use for your everyday. I just feel like I open up my Instagram feed and I see the same stuff every day from like these people that I really genuinely enjoyed, and a lot of them I found during like the beginning of the pandemic, like early 2020, and I feel like that's when things started to get like a little bit more authentic again, when people were just home and like nobody could do a lot. But now that things are like starting to open up again, like everything just feels so fake. I go and like scroll on my feed, and person A that I follow is posting about their favorite makeup line for the week, and like 2 weeks ago it was like a totally different line. So it's like, it just becomes so obvious that the only reason that you're posting about things is because they're paying you, and like how are we supposed to trust you at that point? And then they're wearing, you know, their favorite dress. Like, they post a picture and can't even think of a better caption than wearing my favorite dress. But I mean, your favorite dress was like totally different a week ago, and it was because a different brand was paying you to post. It's just so hard to draw the line between like what you're being paid to post and what you genuinely enjoy. And then I'm like, okay, so I can't trust you because you're so easily sold by like whoever's paying you that you'll post about anything, whether you actually think it's good or not. It just is so inauthentic. And I know I keep repeating the word inauthentic, but I can't even stress it enough. Everything that we see online is like the most expertly disguised product placements. I used to genuinely enjoy like the early stages of like influencer culture and like actually getting good advice on like their holy grails, things that they actually use. But now I just like roll my eyes at everything they post, because I'm like, I can't even trust you. You don't even post anything about your daily life. Like, it's literally just all branded content. I think this is why like a lot of people just stop following certain influencers, because at the end of the day, like, they just lose their relatability. I feel like you'll try to sell me anything for a bag, and then I don't trust you anymore. I don't care what you have to say, because you don't seem like a genuine person. You seem so easily sold by whoever's paying you the most. And the bigger influencers are just like, they're so out of touch with reality. Like, they're not wasting their money on like the products that they're being sent to them, so I feel like they lose reality with like how much everything costs altogether. Like, when a brand sends them, like gives them like a $500 voucher to their clothing line, and they're like promoting clothing hauls every 2 weeks, but like they don't understand that that's adding up because they're getting it for free. But people like us, like real life people, are seeing that, and like our brains are being practically brainwashed into thinking it's normal to go on like really intense shopping sprees every 2 weeks. But I mean, by the time you even get those clothes in the mail, they're going to be out of trend anyway, which is just perpetuating these insane trend cycles right now that are like a huge problem with like the crazy consumerist culture that we live in right now. But back to my point of like being out of touch with reality, like with how much these products cost that they're promoting, like they'll promote like this insanely overpriced skincare line that they don't even realize it's overpriced because they're not paying for it. $200 sweatpants. Like it just normalizes how overpriced everything is because the influencers are telling everybody to buy it, but not realizing that it's costing normal people like us like an insane amount of money. And so many children like watch them, and they'll just think that this is a normal way to live, to spend this much money on material items that you might not even use in a week, or it might not even be a good product in the first place. So there's literally children like wasting all of their money, all of their allowance, trying to keep up with the lifestyle of their favorite influencer. And I get it, like it's everybody's responsibility to like spend their money responsibly, but I just feel like at the end of the day, if you wanted a career as an influencer, you kind of should understand the responsibility that you have to your audience. Because what's the point? Like, isn't the point to be an influencer for your audience, to be a voice for your audience? If you don't actually care about your audience, like what are you doing? Like I thought I felt alone in this for a really long time. So I was looking up like the words influencer and consumerism on Twitter, and I found some really great tweets that I'll like include in the video. But someone tweeted, fashion influencers are less about fashion and more about consumerism, and it's so sad and frustrating, and I couldn't agree more. Like it's literally just how many new items you can show in a haul like every 2 weeks. And they quoted a tweet that said, "I'm tired of seeing fashion influencers whose content only revolves around clothing hauls. I want to see people provide commentary and insight into the industry. I want to see fashion history. I want to see style analysis, trend forecasting, and creative styling." Like at that point, if everything that you post every 2 weeks is a Pretty Little Thing haul, I'm sorry, like are you actually into fashion, or are you just into getting free clothes and promoting it? Someone else tweeted, "Unfollowing influencers whose primary goal is to sell/promote products. The constant digestion of posts encouraging consumerism is draining. I'm looking for enriching content that educates, inspires, and entertains." And then another one is, "How did 2015 beauty influencer culture get us to all wear makeup like that? Why did I own 6 palettes? Why did I think it was normal to have IKEA dressers full of makeup? And now I don't even wear makeup." And I just thought that that was such a wonderful example of mass consumerism being shoved down our throats. And then hindsight is 2020. I used to be so upset that I didn't have a full closet of like makeup, but in the same breath I was like, don't these products expire? Like what is the point of having all of this stuff if it's just gonna expire? You don't even get to use it all. It's just promoting blowing money on material items, so you look like you have mass quantities of products. You give off this appearance of like being rich, being able to afford whatever you want, but at the end of the day, like what is the point? It's just irritating, like especially as someone who like follows a lot of fashion influencers. I see these hauls and I'm like, do you even wear these clothes like in real life? Is this something that like these products are good? They are a decent business. I know, I understand not everybody can afford things that aren't fast fashion. Is the product's quality? Like are the fabrics quality? Do you actually believe in this company, or are you just getting paid? I'm so exhausted of constantly just being sold things online. Like I followed you because I think you're pretty, I like your style, I like your apartment, I like the way that you live. Like stop shoving things down my throat and just trying to sell things to me. We're just like being brainwashed into thinking it's normal to spend money, like this much money on clothes and items and material things. And I feel like in a few years, we're also gonna look back and realize, why did we do that? Just like we are like looking back on like 2016 makeup culture and like how it was normal to have IKEA drawers and full-on closets purely dedicated to makeup products. I honestly think we're gonna look at this time period again and be like I'm even at fault for it. Like, I talk to my fiance about this all the time. Like, I fall victim to this because I'll literally get on H&M and Zara every couple weeks and put things in my cart and buy things and like never wear them. It's literally just to have in my closet. That's not normal, and it's not healthy. It's not financially literate, and that's my problem. Like, that's nobody else's fault except for myself. I gotta stop doing that. But it's still exhausting to go online and see that constantly shoved down your throat. And again, doesn't matter. They don't care that they're perpetuating these 2-week trend cycles because they just keep getting free stuff, and it doesn't matter to them because they're not wasting their money. But people like us who maybe want to keep up with the trends, stay relevant, just end up getting screwed over every single time until you can break the cycle. Because again, you order something, by the time that you get it in the mail, it's not cool anymore. It's not in style anymore. And the influencer is on to their next sponsored haul, which then causes you to want to buy more clothes that you won't wear in a week when you get them. It's just gross to me. Like, I can't even think of like a single influencer right now who like feels truly relatable. And at some point, it's like inevitable. At some point, you're gonna stop being relatable once you have a social media career, just purely because you're probably rich now, and I get that. But I still feel like you can be down to earth and have like be in touch with reality. And I think the saddest part is that like this lifestyle is so idealized, and I get it. I'm someone who wants to be in social media as well, but it's leaking down to people like micro influencers. I see girls on TikTok who are like curating these lists of brands that they can email to get sent free products. And that at its core is like just starting off your potential career inauthentically. You're no better than these huge influencers that are inauthentically promoting products that they don't actually support or use in everyday life. If you are emailing every single brand email that you can find for products or items that you don't use, purely just to do the act of promoting it, the act of being an influencer, and not understanding what an influencer is at its core. And it's just really sad because your want for this career is probably very genuine, but you're already starting off very ingenuine. And I just don't even understand what is the point in being sent all these free products just to promote them if you don't actually believe in them, you don't actually use them. The whole point of being an influencer is being a trusted resource, having opinions, real opinions on different products, and giving your thoughts on them, promoting them to other people when you actually believe in them to make other people's lives easier, or let them know on like an amazing secret. But like, for example, if you're just promoting like whatever jewelry brand's PR email that you can find, but you don't actually have ever owned or used this jewelry in real life, okay, cool, you got to promote them. What else? Like, I just don't even see, I don't understand it. I do not understand it. You are also promoting like mass consumerism. You are participating in mass consumerism. And I just feel like at the end of the day, it's more about like looking like an influencer instead of actually being one, like what it means to be one. And then all of this stuff just ends up in a landfill anyways, because I've even been sent, like this candle company sent me candles to promote, and they were horrible. They didn't smell like when I lit them. Like, they were not good products, and I ended up just throwing them away. Like, and it literally killed me inside, because I was like, that's kind of when I realized, like, what the hell am I doing? Like, I'm emailing these random brands just to come off like an influencer that I'm getting like paid to post about stuff. And so I did get like some brand stuff that I actually did really like and enjoyed promoting. But that was just kind of like a huge wake-up call to me, because there are people who are creating brands that are horrible. The products are horrible, but if they can send it to desperate micro influencers or get it in the hands of the right influencer, pay them the right dollar amount, they will blindly promote their products, and boom, It's just that easy. They have a customer base then. And at some point, hopefully people realize that their products aren't good and they stop purchasing from those brands, or they just continue to blindly support this crappy brand, for example, just because they have like aesthetic packaging or something. But eventually these brands are gonna go out of business because the hype wears down, or people realize that their brands are crap, and then boom, more stuff goes into a landfill. Like, it's so irritating being so aware of these cycles and just feeling like you don't know how to stop it, how to bring awareness to it, but that's exactly why I'm making this video. Honestly, I just feel like we're all so chronically online, and the line between social media and reality has been so skewed. It's so normalized to constantly be posting on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. And at the end of the day, if you want a career, it's basically what you have to do if you want a career in social media. But I'm exhausted. It's like I miss the days of like Bethany Moda and Jenna Marbles, where people just posted videos when they had time, when they felt like it, obviously stayed consistent and put effort into it. But we just liked them because of their personality, or truly liked watching them do things on a daily basis. But now it's just, it's so fake. It's like whoever has the most money to be able to purchase all these products and promote all these products. And I don't know, it's just boring, and it's super lame to me. I can't do it anymore. For example, hauls were such like a easy, lazy video to make on my YouTube channel because I knew it would get a decent amount of views, and I no longer want to do that. I don't want to post hauls just because I know they might perform well. I only want to post hauls when I'm like actually buying clothes for myself. It is a huge goal of mine. Sorry, I keep flinging this around. It's a huge goal of mine to stop just mindlessly buying things just to feel something, just to promote it on my social medias. Like, it's not right, it's not fair, and it's not a message that I want to support or promote any longer. I'm exhausted of the obsessive buying, consumerist nature of social media, and at the end of the day, it's just like where we're at in society, especially living in like a late stage capitalist society. Like, everything is all about making money and monetizing everything. I totally get that, but I want to just be different than that. I want to stay in touch with reality as much as I can as I continue to pursue this social media career that I hope eventually takes off. I just want to keep it real. I want to emulate a real lifestyle, a realistic lifestyle, realistic spending. Not to say that I'm not claiming that I'm like better than other people. I'm not even talking down. I'm not trying to villainize these influencers by any means anyways. I just want them to wake up and like understand the reality and consequences of their actions, and the way that they're just totally, I don't know, they're almost just ruining their relatability and their trustworthiness just by constantly selling and promoting and not doing anything else. So yeah, I know a lot of people are just gonna look at this and just be like, oh, we'll just like stop going on social media, but it's hard. Like, I feel like social media used to be like an escape from reality, and now it's just like, I don't know, the amount of advertisements that we see every single day, and advertisements that we don't even realize are advertisements, is like truly scary. Anyways, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching this video. If you feel the same way that I do, let me know. Let's be different. Let's not continue this style of social media content creating. If you liked today's video, please let me know. Let me know that I'm not alone. And if you want to see more of what I post, which is along the lines of like weekly vlogs, and I do love fashion, and I want to continue posting fashion content. So if you're interested in any of that, or just want to hang out some more, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get notified every single time that I post. Leave a like, maybe a comment, whatever you feel like doing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
I said it before and I'll say it again. I love you.